Our next drawing is the drawing and shading of the cube. I think that this is probably, along with the sphere, the second of the hardest forms to shade. When you draw, when you make the drawing of the cube, use a 2H pencil because you don't want to have the line drawing stand out too much. You want the shading now. You can see right now I've put a horizon line pretty far up on the paper. Why am I doing that? Because I want to draw the top and two sides of the cube. So we're going to be drawing a cube as seen from a corner. And also I want to be high enough above the cube where I'm looking down and also viewing the top of the cube. So our eye level has to be pretty far up. The next thing to do is to draw a line. Draw a line that is parallel to the vertical edge of the paper. Have the line be below the horizon line by 2 or 3 inches and also be above the bottom of the paper by 2 or 3 inches. Of course, unless I've mentioned it before, hold the paper in the landscape format, this long horizontal way. Okay. So what we're looking at is a line segment. If you want, you could put 2 little points at the top and bottom of this line segment. I am also going to draw a point very much near the left side of the left edge of the paper. We're going to call that vanishing point 1. I'm also going to draw a little dot at the very right side of the paper. And that point is going to be named vanishing point 2. We're going to use vanishing points to draw a more accurate cube so that its size will be straight and it won't look wonky. So from the point at the top of your line segment, draw a very, very light line to vanishing point 1. Also draw a very light line going toward vanishing point 2. Okay, look over the top of your ruler to see where your line is. Now do the same with the point on the bottom. Line up the point with vanishing point 1. Draw a line to it very, very lightly. Don't put too much pressure on your pencil. And also, same point, draw a line to vanishing point 2. Okay? So stop the video if you need to catch up. This vertical line represents the corner of the box. Right now it just looks like a wall that stretches to the right and to the left infinitely. But we want to have that cube end somewhere, so that line ends somewhere. So we're going to draw a nice wide space here. We're going to draw a vertical line that is parallel to the line segment that we just drew in the center. And we're going to draw another vertical line here. Doesn't matter if it's equal, it could be a little shorter, but not too skinny, or it's going to look like you're drawing a rectangular prism instead of a cube. Something like that. Okay, so now we have 3 vertical lines, and I will draw a point at the tops of both new vertical lines that we just drew. And those points are going to come into play in just a second. We are going to draw from the point on the left. We're going to draw a line from this point to the vanishing point that is the furthest from this point, which is vanishing point 2. So we're going to draw a nice light line going to vanishing point 2 from this point here on the top of the very left vertical line. Okay, now we're going to crisscross and do it the other way. From the top of this point right here, we're going to draw a line to the vanishing point furthest away from that one, called vanishing point 1. Okay, so what we have in essence done is we've drawn the top of the box, or the top of the cube. So we have the left side, the right side, and the top. Okay, we're now also going to establish where the direction of the light is coming from. So let's just say for this demonstration, we'll say that the light source is coming from the upper left, and all the little rays of light are coming down upon the cube like this. Okay? That means the shadow is going to fall to the lower right. So you can use the same vanishing point line that you used to draw the bottom of this side of the cube and just extend it out further. Use this point right here. I want you to go to the third vertical line furthest to the right. Draw a little point right there at the corner where this line meets the bottom line for the cube, the base of the cube line. And line that corner dot, that little dot at the point at the corner, with vanishing point 1 also. And I want you to draw a line extending out from there. That is going to be the angle that the shadow is drawn for the cast shadow for the cube. So that the shadow looks like it's kind of sitting on the ground, and it's not like some sort of strange angle where it looks like a trap door that's opened up behind the cube. So that it looks like it's the correct angle. You can have the shadow just kind of fading away into the background color, or if you want a nice crisp shadow, you can use vanishing point 2 and make the shadow and stop the shadow somewhere. You can make it a long shadow, you can make it a short shadow. It depends on how high the sun is. If it's like a midday sun, you're going to have a real short shadow. Remember that handout, students? If it's a long shadow, it means the sun is very, very low on the horizon. You're going to get very long, skinny, extended shadow. So why don't we make a kind of long, extended shadow? Or maybe even a medium shadow. This is a good shape right here. Use vanishing point 2 over there to help finish our shadow. So you want to get to this point where all of the lines are drawn for the cube. I'm going to now erase all of the extraneous lines that are not part of the cube or the cast shadow of the cube. So let me just use this eraser here.